Hello there, this is Todd from the Scoundrels Cantina, and welcome to another episode of a Star Wars story. In this video, I'll be telling you the story of the legendary Mandalorian Neo-Crusader Cassus Fett, who was an ancestor of Jango and Boba Fett. As always, we're mixing the expanded universe and canon because we believe that there's no reason why most of it can't fit together. So anyway, let's do it. Cassus Fett was a human Mandalorian born around 4,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, although his origins are shrouded in mystery. After the defeat of the Mandalorians during the Great Sith War, a new Mandalor rose to power, and he would be known as Mandalor the Ultimate. He sought to redefine the Mandalorians and call together the brightest military minds, among whom was Cassus Fett. Since Fett was a top strategist and highly influential both on the battlefield and off of it, he became second in command to Mandalor the Ultimate. He and Mandalor the Ultimate would eventually incorporate the system of the Mandalorian cult, known as the Neo-Crusaders, into widespread usage, as well as encourage the spreading of their ideals through the galaxy. Instead of simply pillaging and conquering worlds, as was the Mandalorian way in the past, they offer the choice to the people to either become one of them or slaves for their war machines. Cassus was the one that implemented the use of similar Mando uniforms in order to exert domination, as well as making it color-coded by rank. Fett was one of the first Mandalorians to have gold-colored armor, which signified the highest rank, while the lowest ranks wore blue armor. Before the start of the Mandalorian Wars, Cassus and his Mandos conquered a number of worlds, and in 3976 BBY, he led an attack on the planet Cathar, seeking to punish the Cathar people for opposing the Mandalorians. Leading an army of warriors and basilisk war droids, he drove the Cathar into near extinction. When the defeated Cathar were rounded up to be executed, a lone female Mandalorian warrior pleaded with Fett to spare them, although Cassus simply ordered his ships to pour fire on all of them, thus of course killing them. The Republic would cover this up, fearing that knowledge of the attack would destabilize Reconstruction after the Great Sith War. In 3964 BBY, Fett and Mandalor the Ultimate would launch an attack on the mining world of Vanquo, resulting in victory which was intended to draw off the Republic forces to pave way for an assault on the world of Taris. When the conquest of Taris was secure, Fett made an announcement across the world on the Taris holofeed, offering everyone to either join the Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders or work in their factories as slaves. After the victory over Taris, Cassus traveled with his troopers to the planet Jabal, which was a Mandalorian staging area, although he would be warned by Jedi Knight Zane Carrick of the rock ghoul plague that has spread on the planet's surface. This was due to a Mandalorian by the name of Pulsefear who found the Mirror Talisman on Taris, which spread the rock ghoul plague when he came to Jabal. Thanks to the information by Zane, Fett bombarded the planet's surface and later contacted Carrick, stating that he was in his debt. Later the same year, the truth about the Cathar massacre broke out when Revan and the other Jedi arrived for answers. Upon finding the helmet of the Mandalorian warrior that stood with the Cathar, Revan and the other Jedi had a vision of what Cassus Fett had done. Revan took the Mandalorian helmet as his own and vowed to defeat the Mandalorians. Around 3961 BBY, at the Battle of Jaga's Cluster, Cassus engaged Jedi Knight Revan and Malak in combat and became the most wanted man in the galaxy after killing a famed Republic captain. The Mandalorians were eventually defeated in 3960 BBY at the Battle of Malachor V, and by the year of 3956 BBY, Cassus Fett was presumed dead. Cassus Fett had an enormous impact on the galaxy as we know it by somewhat starting Revan's journey, as well as playing a huge role in the Mandalorian Wars. His legacy would live on through his offspring for thousands of years, leading up to Jango and Boba Fett, who certainly lived up to his legacy. Cassus is the ancestor of the greatest army the galaxy has ever seen. Anyway guys, this is it on the story of Cassus Fett, and we hope you all enjoyed it and learned something new about the vast galaxy of Star Wars. If you want to watch more videos like this one, the link to the playlist of our other Star Wars stories and videos will be down below, and also, if you want to support this channel, hit that subscribe button for even more videos like this one, and remember guys, God is awesome, may the Force be with you always, and we'll see you in another video. You rebel scum.
This party's over.